Good evening. I'm not gonna be original by starting by honoring also Eve Ensler that I met in April 2007 when Dr. Mukwege came from New York. He talked about a woman he met in New York, and her name was Eve Ensler. Of course, I never heard about the name. And by the moment he told me she was a celebrity, I was like, no, thank you. I don't want any more celebrities in Congo because my hand shook, I don't know how many hands, and people who just came and left forever. They were just kind of bulimic of our misery just to come to Congo to see and to live and to be on all the press, the People magazine. So I didn't want to meet Eve Ensler. And for the first time, Dr. Mukwege, who's a good friend of mine, insisted, and then he told me that this woman was a little bit like me. So I don't know exactly what he meant, but he did like this. So at that time, I was working for a big institution, the German Technical Corporation, for 13 years. And yeah, I was just in my office, my career, like everybody, but I was not satisfied at all because I had my head full of dreams and I had nobody to follow me. So one day, I don't know why, when they brought us 2 children who were raped at the hospital, I didn't know who to call because all my friends, you know, they stopped being with me because they thought that I should like spend more time for myself and stop doing what I was doing. So I took my phone and I had her number. I called her, she was in Haiti. And I just told her, you know, for the first time of my life, I think I can kill. And then she told me, I'm coming. She came to Congo. And I took the time to be her translator to the hospital. And I saw a woman with a heart. She was like, I don't know how to explain, she was so much love to give to all these poor people, the children, the women at the hospital who were looking at her. And she was there, she just told me, it's my baptism. I will be forever with you in Congo. So I translated for 2 weeks. And after that, at that time I was very sick myself. I was a little bit anorexia. I was like, you know, everything was too much for me. So I decided to give up my work and to follow this woman because I believed in her. She's a woman like, you know, this human you don't often meet. Somebody who believes in you, who respects you and asks you. She went to the hospital and she asked the woman, what do you want? What do you want me to do? They just asked for a roof. No money, no food, nothing, a roof. So from the beginning, the conception, the ideas, it came from the Congolese woman. And I think it was the first time somebody came to Congo and did impose something, just ask, what do you want? And for the first time, the Congolese women, they had the opportunity to really say what they need. You know, it's not an honor to be a beggar. If you look at the history of Congo, since ever, they impose from the colonialists. I'm the granddaughter of the Belgian colonialists. Since ever, they imposed everything to Congo. And this woman, she asked them, what do you want? I will do my best to help you. So we started this global campaign to try to raise, you know, awareness. You say awareness? Yeah. To try to wake up the world to stop this femicide in Congo, but it was very, very hard because, of course, everyone has his own problem and priorities, and Congo is so far away. Oh, black people again, you know, they used to die. It's not my problem. You know, that's the kind of response we had. We travel all around the world. Even if I see Lynn Lucy and her husband, Dr. Mukwege, all of us, and at a certain time it was like, yeah, enough is enough. Let's go with Mama Eve, because she believes in us and she asks us, what do we want? So we started this campaign organizing, and we built the City of Joy. We just work with Congolese women. It's made by Congolese for Congolese women. And it's a national program. Some of the women, they're gender survivor, not only sexual, gender survivor, because there's a lot of violence in, I think, all over the world, not only in Congo. And we started with 45 women. And some of them, when they came like this. And now you should see them. They're working, they are very fierce and proud. We started, first of all, we had to start, with the therapy. The therapy is adapted to Africa. It's art, music, and dance, and a lot of love. Literacy course, because they wanted at least to write. They wanted, to tell their stories themselves, to communicate. So they have this communication course. As a journalist, they can make interviews. Self-defense. We had a group from Kenya because we are trying, to work. It's cheaper, to have like other groups from Africa to come and train. We have this self-defense. We have fitness course. We have English lessons. Most of the women can at least communicate in English. And this was kind of a dream they had, but now it's not a dream anymore. And the first graduation will be in end of January. So after that, we will start with 90 women. And it costs a lot. It's a lot of money because we have to pay all the workers and all the infrastructure and also the food. It's a huge budget. But when I see the results, sometimes I feel like the last 13 years, I lost my time. I lost my time doing administration and finance. I really wished, comment on dit conjuguer en my English, I have met Eve like 10 years before. I'm sure we would have saved more life. Because also, she denounced a lot outside Congo. She was very, very helpful outside the country. And I would like all of you, like some of the people said before, I always have this song, in my head. Do they know it's Christmas time? Since ever, I think it was 20 years ago. Here when I'm in Europe, you can see the lights, you can see everything. But when you are in Congo, you don't even know it's Christmas. So I think sometimes instead of like, somebody could make at least a sacrifice at Christmas time just to do something for others. I can see, for example, with $100 a month for a woman, it's like you living with 5,000 euro a month. It means the world. And I think there's a sentence of Martin Luther King that I really love, that our lives begins to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And I think for people just to sit and to stay like peaceful in their house, ignoring what's going on around the world. It may be your children, it might be your, like it happened in Bosnia, it was in Europe some years ago. It may happen everywhere. And I think when you leave this world one day, everyone should at least leave some footsteps and did something, for the others. Thank you.